Hello. Hello and welcome to Story Mode, another gaming channel here on the YouTubes. Hello and welcome and thank you for being here. I want to give a quick shout out to the VOD watchers, to those of you who are going to catch the stream after the fact, after it is over, after I'm no longer live. Thank you so much for coming back in, checking out the stream. I really appreciate the views and the likes and all of the engagement that you guys provide. Feel free to throw any comments. I do get back to everybody as much as I can, sometimes not immediately, but I get back to everybody in the comment section whenever I catch a comment. So feel free to leave any little messages for me there in the comment section if you are catching the stream after the live chat is no longer an option. Hello, Cursed. Hello, Kathleen. Hello, Axebeard, and welcome in. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you, Cursed, for that link. You're the best. Go check out Axebeard on YouTube as well as Twitch. This is the YouTube link. Axebeard hosts a lot of cool challenges, comes up with a lot of creative play styles for the game to keep it fresh and exciting. Also has a lot of really impressive builds. So check out Axebeard on YouTube for sure. Hello and greetings and thank you all for being here. Do you love the witch hat, Kathleen? Do you love it? Yeah, I was like, well, let's switch it up at least. I just put it together that this was going to be our last live stream before Halloween by actual random happenstance. But before we get into story time, let's go ahead and kick off. Let's kick off our Tell Me Something Good segment. So tell me something good, you guys. Cursed is a little busy at work today, so maybe not get something good out of Cursed, but we're all understanding, of course, responsibilities, adulthood, getting paid, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, but let me know, Axe, let me know, Kathleen, if you guys aren't too busy, what's good in your life, in your day, in your moment. For me, I was off today, which was lovely. I slept in, no alarm clock. I got all of the sleep I was complaining about not getting last stream over the weekend. So I got to sleep in for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday morning, which was fantastic. Actually, so much so that my Galaxy Watch is actually warning me. My Samsung Health app is like, you've kind of been sleeping a lot. We're a little worried about you. So I've been getting that much sleep that my my health app is concerned for my energy levels. But anyway, so I was off today, had a Monday off, super nice and convenient and helpful because I can now say another something good. All of the house cleaning is done that I was working on. I also mentioned last stream, we had a successful spooky movie night and had a bunch of people over. More people showed up than we expected, which was really fun. And we had good food and laughs and just kind of hung out and talked. And then I ran away so that the people got to watch their scary movie. And I didn't have to because I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of being scared and disquieted and to have that feeling follow me around for like a couple of days. I don't get the pleasure out of it that a lot of people do. I also don't like scary experiences like roller coasters or things like that. Like I just don't like it. It's not my thing. But anyways, the party was great. Everything went well. And the house got clean, which is what I was coming back to. Yeah, so I decided to be kind to myself, and I did like half and half. So I told you guys whenever we have people coming over, I get obsessive. I get obsessive about how clean everything is. So I was scraping my carpet with this little tool that you use to like kind of get in the corners and crevices, especially a pet hair. So the cat hair that gets kind of burrowed into the carpet, you know, I vacuum all of the time, but that doesn't mean that cat hair and dust and other things don't kind of like eke their way into the corners. And there's just something about carpet. It's cursed that like you'll get this buildup along the edges against the baseboards of the carpet, and it drives me crazy. So anyways, my brain. Anyways, I was scraping my carpet. I was cleaning my baseboards. It's not even a joke. You guys thought I was joking last stream. They get so dusty, and we have this really nice molding effect on the top of our baseboards. So I was just rubbing those clean, like getting all those details. But basically, point of the story is, I have a problem. But also, I decided on Saturday to go ahead and just clean the first floor. Well, the first two floors, technically. We're in a townhouse, and it's 3 stories. So there's 2 flights of stairs, so it's kind of narrow and tall. It's a townhouse, but so the bottom floor, of course, is the entrance, and then the second floor is living room, kitchen, and then the third floor is bedrooms. But I was like, let me just do like the main floors where people are gonna be, clean those on Saturday, go hard, break my back, sweat a bunch, do all the stuff. That's pretty much what happened. And then the top floor, the bathrooms and the bedrooms and all of that stuff, save that for today because I was off. And with sitters coming over as well, it actually is kind of two birds with one stone, because with pet sitters coming over, even though they're only going to be here for about 20 minutes, since they're dealing with the cat, they're going to be like everywhere, and I have to deep clean the entire apartment for the pet sitters because they're going to judge me, except they're not. So anyways, I split the difference, cleaned like the bottom half of the house on Saturday, and then cleaned the rest of it today. So it's done. I have one last load of laundry in the dryer right now, and everything is clean and fresh and wonderful. So I don't have to think about it or stress or be worried that people are coming over while we're gone. And then when we get back from our trip, it's going to be super clean and comfortable and just so nice to come back to. So all of that is good. Everything so far is just going great. It's all getting done. We're getting through it all. So yeah, so the reason I put the description as is and had the little witch outfit was because I didn't realize until I looked at the calendar. Today is our last stream before I have to take off to California. We talked about it last stream. Friday I'm not going to be here, so no doing. And then Monday I will have flown back in late Sunday night to work because it's very difficult, the nature of my job. I can't really call off. I am taking 2 days off, but basically as much as I possibly can, I don't take time off. So we're gonna fly in super late on Sunday so I can work at 5 a.m. on Monday. And so I was telling these guys last stream, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna not stream that Monday because I will already be jet lagged and, super tired and have to go to work, and then I don't want to force a stream on Monday. So we're gonna take 2 streams off after this, and that means the next stream that I see you guys is going to be for Halloween, Friday the 31st. And I am planning a special event, and I'm excited about it. And it's not going to be anything like spectacular or spooktacular for that matter, but I am working on something special that hopefully will be a little bit interactive as well. So I won't see you guys after tonight until Halloween, and that's pretty exciting. So anyways, all of that being said, your school had a swag and sweets event today, and I got some school swag and sweets also off today from work. Fantastic. You got your son to play RTM on stream with me last night. There were shenanigans. That sounds amazing. Oh, that's so fun. Class was canceled tonight due to Canvas issues. I saw something about that. I saw that there was like outages like across several platforms and services. Also got to see Black Phone 2 on Friday, so a lot of good somethings. Nice. Kathleen, they watched Heretic for the movie night last night. Of course, I've never seen it. Did you see Heretic? Did you like it? Did you watch it? I think it's on, is it on HBO Max, maybe? Not Hereditary. I was getting it confused with Hereditary, but no, Heretic with Hugh Grant. They watched that, so I didn't. I came upstairs and I worked on my Halloween spectacular project. So anyway, that's all amazing. Thank you so much for sharing. I appreciate the shares. I think I have. One sec while I check. That's so funny. If you don't remember, I feel like that's a little problematic. I don't know what your flavor of horror is. I think it's more psychological, suspenseful. I don't know that it's like body horror or very gory or very like scary. I'm not sure. I get the impression that it's just like he's just kind of creepy and like some weird stuff happens. But anyways, I wouldn't know, and I slept great last night because I did not watch the scary movie with the people. So yeah. All right. Thank you guys for telling me something good. Let's get into this game. We have so much fun stuff to try and tackle in today's game, and I'm gonna just jump right in. And it's gonna be what it is, and of course,
we just did.
Of course, they're already making noises down there.
Throw them up, Gold.
Okay, let's take a quick look around the base camp really quickly. Once again, friendly reminder, we are in the Dorodelph Upper City right now. And for those of you who've seen it, here it is. I have added a bit of farming. A couple of other things. So, fun note about the mushrooms, completely random, but here it is. they don't grow in bright light, whereas a lot of other plants demand, you know, the Affen land's very bright light. So I did a little bit of touching up here on this upper floor. I wanted to add a few more farming elements. I got a little bit more sunstone, so I was able to build a couple more lamps. And so now we have this really bright, wonderful spread for these other things that I'm trying to grow. Right now we just have the oats, the aloe blooms, and the thyme, so I can keep making my Erebor steaks. And then I did go ahead and bust out the beehives, because we do need honey pretty regularly, and we do find it pretty freely out in the wilds. But I went ahead and I built some beehives. This is actually the first time that I have utilized this item. Now I must say that this is a DLC item from Beorn's, is it Beorn's Lodge DLC? Is that what it's actually called? So the beehive is not a base game option for you, so please know that you would have to purchase or win in a giveaway stream from me or another streamer like Axebeard, win the DLC somehow or purchase it. So these beehives will not be in your game by default. I don't want anybody to like have expectations and then be wildly disappointed when they don't come through. So that's very much a special item from a DLC. But yeah, expanded this just a smidge. You haven't seen it, but I will have to. I mean, no pressure. No pressure. So much farm. Who is she? I know. I feel a little pressure, I think. I think Axebeard called me out a little bit, and then I was just like, you know what? I don't farm a whole lot myself, but the other thing, too, is that I'm playing what, again, I call a clean campaign, which means I'm not using any spicy items or extra materials from the warehouse or anything. Which, speaking of, if we could... See, there it goes. I can't do two things at once. I'm going to put the warehouse link to that video in the chat if anybody wants to check it out. Peer pressure, I know. If anybody wants to check out the warehouse video that hasn't, VOD watchers, you know, after the fact, or people who are just lurking in the live stream right now, really great resource, Lionheart's Grand Warehouse and Armory. So, sorry, reference made if you want more information about it. But this campaign, I'm playing a clean one. I'm playing it in-game. I'm playing it on normal. I'm playing it as intended. Literally the only special thing I have are the beehives that are DLC. Everything else is base game available and specific. So because I am playing like this, which is not typical, I am like, yeah, let's farm. Let's get a few more extra resources. It's actually beneficial to me because I'm not cheating yet. I'm not cheating in this one. I'm not getting that stuff, you know, easily. I'm working for it. So yes, I think the only other thing I have going on, I did expand our base just a little bit. So here on the bottom floor, I made a better space for the Ufan furnace and the Khazad forge. So I've pushed out, I've expanded this floor a little bit so that we had a little more space to work. Created a little bit of a workshop area down here with these crafting stations and all of that good stuff. So that did change. I just kind of worked on that because I also came back and played a bit. I stocked up. I went to the Elven Quarter and I stocked up on ironwood and elvenwood off stream. Did some mining, did some farming. I think I might have gone and gotten some more adamant and gold. So we have a really nice stack of gold over here. It's not a full pallet, but it's a nice stack. And we also have a great supply of adamant, which is good because adamant is going to be required for some of the things that we need to be doing here in the future. So I just went ahead and stocked up on some super useful materials since the last time we played. So let's take a quick look at the menu and get ourselves centered here. I'm not going to worry, well, let's just look. I was going to say, I'm not going to worry about these crafting icons, but just to keep everybody up to date and all of us on the same page, we did unlock the Last Alliance helmet. Is a tier 3 helmet. And I think... No, I don't have Belagost. I have Kuzdul, and I have the Khazad Army helmet, which is tier 4. So the helmet I currently have is a higher tier than the Last Alliance helmet, so I'm not going to swap out for that one, but that is something that we did get. Looks like we picked up some new ingredients. I'm not gonna go through and see all of that. As you guys know, cooking is not a huge priority for me in this game, but we did acquire the stove and the gristmill last stream, and I did unlock some additional recipes, so you can make oat milk, milled oats, and dough. You know what I think I need to make some milled oats? I think I've made the other two. And because I've made the other two, I've unlocked some really fun recipes here in the stove. Shire breakfast is new, scones are new, or scones if you're in the States, scones if you're anywhere else. A couple of other things that we've opened up here. And then I also was able to unlock, I think, a couple more rations. Yeah, we added pasties. You guys were here for that. But I also, accidentally without you, unlocked the cookies. The cookies and something else, I thought. Maybe just cookies. We unlocked the journey bread together. And then the Yuletide fruit crust cake, we've talked about this a couple of times. This is DLC. That is for the Yuletide DLC. So now that I'm looking at it, maybe I just unlocked cookies. But I did that by collecting dough from the grist mill. So I made some dough and I was running around doing all of my good stuff. And I accidentally grabbed... the dough out of my grist mill, and then it unlocked some stuff, and you guys weren't here to see that, so my bad. I wasn't supposed to do that. But yeah, so good stuff here. So some of the, so that's the buff, reduces energy cost. Eat at midday to regenerate health over time. So that's the timing buffs that you get. Restores health and food. So Axebeard, if you are active and can respond. Last stream, we unlocked the stove, and I was like, okay, let's look at these recipes. Obviously, I'm familiar with them, but since I'm not stressed about cooking in this game, it's not something I super enjoy engaging with. I still just eat my lumpus and my bangers and mash and go about my business. But, what, do you know what the benefit, outside of the timing buffs, like for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, what the benefit is of the complex, say, breakfast recipes from the stove versus the reasonable breakfast recipes from, say, the roasting pit? So one's called reasonable, one's called complex. I did have somebody, hey Cal, welcome in. And I had somebody in here last stream that said that it filled your food bar, and that the food bar emptied slower or drained slower. Can you confirm or deny that, or add any other context? Because I just don't get the difference, because if I make bangers and mash here from the roasting pit, it fills my food bar all the way, even if I'm completely empty. It fills me up all the way, so I don't see the benefit of a more complex meal that fills my bar all the way. It's not any different to me. But they said it might actually affect how quickly the bar drains after you eat the meal, so I didn't know if you had any insight into that. Just to kind of help me understand as a not-so-smart player, like, what the benefit is of the newer, improved recipes, meals, and all that good stuff. Scones, scones, tomato, tomato. No wonder English is the hardest to learn. Literally spelled the same, but in context pronounced different. Bangers and mash, my fave, because I reliably ensure I had the resources. Yeah, same, Cal. I lean very heavily on bangers and mash. It's like meat and potatoes. A, I'm a simple girl in real life, and B, it's pretty easy to get potatoes, and a lot of potatoes, and it's fairly common to gather quite a lot of meat. So yeah, I don't really branch out that much. I even don't aim for the appropriate buffs for the time of day. Like, I don't stress about it. So yeah, I'll eat bangers and mash for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. But I do, like we said last stream, I do really love steak in general, so I like to indulge in my steak. Once I unlock the thyme herb, I plant those seeds and harvest them for the first time. It'll unlock the steak recipe, and I'm just overall a big fan of steak, so I go for that one a lot too. Also very simple, as long as you're farming your time, doing what you should be doing, which she is. It's right here. All of this right here. So yeah, and then I didn't point these out, but I did add a couple of chests up here. So one of them holds seeds, and one of them holds basically the harvest. So a little bit similar to what we were doing in a previous farming scenario, but I split up the difference here. So I think I have some of the things also in my food chest down here. Oh no, I moved them all. Okay. I thought I had some harvested items. Yeah, so I have some of the herbs down here and the white beans and stuff in this chest as well, but kind of storing them up in the farming area as well. More complex meals are supposed to drain the cheddar bar slower, but the mealtime buff is better. Okay, so better buffs, and then it does reduce slower. Okay, thank you for confirming. You know me, you have to explain it to me, or I'm like, what? I'm like, what? We'll make some more of these. I realized I just made one. Alright, so speaking of meals, we're pretty full right now. We've got some limbus in our pockets. Let me grab... Ah! How do you do this again? How do you pick... That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to, like, select an amount. Anyways, I want to fill my pockets with limbus. I'm pretty full in terms of food. I want to grab this good stuff. We'll start the day with a song.
Poor little Baggins sat for tea, fussy as a hobbit could be. Was he grimacing or grinning with glee? What does it matter? The drinks were free. They hung right up the hoods they wore, but told him not that there'd be more. They poured the milk on the pantry floor. When Philly and Keely and Dory and Nori and Dory and Oin and Gloin and Biffer and Bofer and Bumber and Thorin came knocking at Bilbo's door.
That was worth it. That was worth it. Oh, that was amazing. I love the deep breath before he lists all the dwarves. Oh, so good.
Oh, I'm tired.
When do we
When do we get to eat?
I wonder where they are. They sound super close. Okay, here's what we're about to do. We're gonna do some crazy stuff. Boost, power, warding, reflex. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. We talked about it last stream. You guys should know. You guys should know exactly what I'm about to do. I said this is what we're gonna do next stream. So if you were paying attention. Okay, warding and then boost. Okay, so here's that. I have at the moment the Khazad Maul, which is an upgraded weapon for the area. You know what? Just in case. Let's be smart about this. And I do know that all my stats are draining while I do this. I'm so bad at timing. But we're gonna go tackle the... Where's my... There it is. We're gonna go tackle the Orc Stronghold up here in the Dorodelph, because we've run into kind of a wall here of progression. And we explored the map. Last stream, we opened up all of what was left of the Dorodelph, the upper city. So we've kind of opened all of this up. We've taken a peek around all of the corners. And it's become very obvious that we're not going to be able to unlock our new armor. Like, our next upgrades are not in the upper city. We're going to have to move beyond this point to continue to progress and follow up with our checklist. So one unfortunate thing is that I have not found the ranger camp.
Captain's been looking for you.
Be nice if you guys could be quiet. We have not found the ranger camp when we were exploring last stream, so I wonder if it's in the next area. I feel like it should be in the upper city somewhere, but we're not going to stress about it. But we have to... I know that the forge we're looking for is not here, so hashtag spoiler. But the Orc Stronghold is very much on this level. So basically, to continue with my checklist, we found Durin's Axe Fragment, and we've kind of done everything else except find the Ranger Camp. And so it seems like the Orc Stronghold is the last step in the checklist before we need to move forward. And I see them down there. I see them.
We got more! It's ours now!
Oh! Did you fall down? So,
that's all you got?
I want to handle the stronghold so we can move on. Is really the whole story, but there's reasons why. And I appreciate this. So it can get a little bit confusing if you have certain expectations. We've come through like 3 or 4 major areas in the game, and now the progression is just a little bit different. They're kind of putting objectives in different places and in different locations so that you kind of have to go about it a little bit differently, which I think is great, and I love the variation. How did I get down here? I didn't want to get down here. How did I get so far down? But anyway, I think it's great because it keeps things fresh and exciting, and it doesn't get too monotonous. But I do have to think about it a little bit now that I'm streaming. Take it for granted, you know, when you're just playing on your own. But it's like, okay, what do we need to do? What are the next steps? Wait, it's different now. So yeah, so we're going on. We're moving forward. Cursed, welcome in, 100%. You are so welcome. Tell me something good if you have anything. Hopefully your meal question. It was Axe, thank you. You confirmed that the bar drains slower? my brain. That the bar drains slower, and then also let me know that the timing buffs are better quality buffs. And that does answer my question, thank you. I knew there had to be a benefit. I'm like, they wouldn't provide updated meal recipes if they didn't serve some function, but I've noticed, and maybe I'm just an idiot and I'm missing really obvious inferences, but a lot of times in the descriptions they don't blatantly say what some things actually do or provide super clearly in the description of them. So when you're looking at something for lunch or breakfast or dinner, it's very clear what the buff is, but it didn't describe, like the description of the reasonable lunch versus the complex lunch was like exactly the same. So it wasn't clear to me like what the difference was. And I feel like we've come across a couple of things where like it's not made very clear, in my opinion. So all's well though. I trust that it is, I just want to understand. Alright, you guys. The stronghold of the red-eye orcs. Here we are. There's an orc right there. Hold on, I'm not ready. No. I'm not ready. Hold on. Hold on. Equip my good stuff. My torch, for some reason, is not showing. So there goes that. I want my warding abac, which is going to increase my armor. Defense. Oh, gosh. Oh, no, I don't want to do this yet. Hold on. Shoot, I took my power abac already. I needed to save the other abacs for the boss. I was gonna see if my abac cocktail was gonna be as effective against the chieftain in this area. Something good, I have a new staff starting in a couple weeks, which will mean that my days will be less chaotic and long. I'm so excited for you. Here she goes. Variation of thrust by verify. Trust but understand. Yeah, pretty much. Like, I believe it, but I don't know. I would rather know the information than have to take it on faith. No pun intended. Alright, so I did increase my armor, so that's gonna help us. Now, technically, though, I am under-equipped in terms of armor for this area. My weapon is fine. My armor is a little bit weaker than it should be, based on the progression that we've had so far. But again, that's because things have gotten a little wonky as far as where everything is and how far you have to go to reach new and useful things. So, definitely glad I brought the repair smithy, because I'm gonna need it. But we also know that the last couple of orc towns were completed much easier than expected. So I'm willing to take the risk with my abac cocktail that we're gonna get through this okay. Now, I don't have any armor left, which is fine, because I think this is the last guy. So, even though my armor is too weak, I'm willing to try, because we've prepared for the other orc towns, and then it was so easy that it was almost a waste of time to prepare as much as I did. So we're testing how far we can push it. The mechanics aren't very clear. They definitely left some mystery there. Have to do your homework. Yeah. I don't know the first thing about where or how to do homework, which I'm glad they've created a wiki page, whoever they are. Appreciate that, because I know at some point it's going to get really well fleshed out and a lot of crucial information will be available. Right now it seems to be pretty basic, so I'm hoping that things will get a little more intricate and the information that the real players know will be shared in the wiki, so the rest of us can just go find that instead of have to like figure it out for ourselves. I'm sure it'll get there. It's a baby wiki, but I'm grateful for the opportunity for sure. My actual work involves system testing. My job is to understand how something should work from a business perspective and verify what IT developed meets said business requirements, find defects. Very nice. So you're like a systems person, you think in those terms. That makes sense. Hello there, Miss Story Mode. Is this your first run through? I love the RTM. Piccolo, welcome in. You can call me Faith if you like. That is what everybody else calls me. This is not my first playthrough. This is probably like my 11th playthrough. Maybe that's an exaggeration. Maybe it's 9 or 10. But not my first circus, not my first rodeo, but it is my first time streaming it. And this is episode 16, so we are currently in the stronghold of the Red-Eye Orcs, right off of the upper city of the Dorodelf is where we are right now. Okay, that's where the boss is. And here are these guys, so we'll do these guys first.
Moria is ours now!
Oh, gosh. Ow, he kicked me. That is so rude. Kick a person. What kind of hooligan are you just kicking people when you have a weapon in your hand? It's so insulting. It's so insulting. I love RTM too, Piccolo. I love this game. I've been playing it for years at this point. Actually, I think, what did I say? I got it in April of, last year? 24? Yeah. So just over a year. Not years yet. But yeah, I'm a big Lord of the Rings fan. I love the lore. I loved learning even more of the lore because so much of Tolkien's historium has to do with the elves and elvish history. So when I picked up this game, I was challenged to go find my dwarven history, and I did, and I loved learning even more about the world, how well fleshed out it is. So yeah, this game is super fun. Although, to be honest, it's not a game that I would normally play. I'm not... I thought that was a power abac. I got so excited. There's a small part of me that wants to go back to base and make a power abac, because I used it prematurely. I didn't mean to do that. And I want to use it against the chieftain. But we're gonna go for it. We're here. We're gonna go for it. We're gonna see what we can do. I've had really good luck with the abac cocktail that I discovered. So we will test that theory. Good job, Faith. I was unaware of your presence. Glad to see a new face. Thank you for being here. Yeah, welcome. I call you something else, but not to your face. Oh my god. Okay, so sometimes Curse calls me Faith. Wish I could switch jobs and work in gaming, but it's not a friendly job market that pays well enough. I know. I know. Don't we all wish? I want to work for free range. I don't know how. I don't know how, where, what, or when, but I'm like, I love this game and I love this development team, and I didn't take my abacs. Hold on.
Moria's ours.
That's fine. Hi. Hi. There we go. It's fine. Nobody panic. I'm not panicking. Don't panic. Okay. He's doing better. Is the power abac the difference? Friendly reminder, if you take out the chieftain, the rest of them will just dissipate. So if you aim for this guy and you take him out, it's gonna make this whole situation a lot easier. Alright, there we go. There we go. Not too bad. A little bit tougher. The power abac makes a difference. Also, I've got some arrows sticking out of my legs, but 'tis a flesh wound. You're just bestie Faith unless you're farming for loot. Yes, unless you are farming for whatever the hordes of orcs will drop for you. Which I am not. I'm here for black diamonds because holy cannolis, we need 50. We need 50 to rebuild the bridge of Khazad-dûm. So that is the next big building project that we have that we need to collect resources for. So I'm definitely here for the black diamonds. And my friend Axebeard in the chat let us know that the orcs in the orc town don't drop, if I'm correct, if I'm remembering correctly, don't drop black diamonds, but orcs in hordes out in the wild, when you trigger a horde, those guys might drop black diamonds. Okay, before I casually run around, we did it. Good job, everybody. I'm proud of us all for taking our destiny in our hands, putting our big dwarf pants on, and getting it done. So good job. We can check that off the checklist for this area. We have cleared the orc stronghold. Boom. Done and done. So exciting. All right, let's get that out of here. And now that we've done this, I feel like we can push forward beyond the upper city and continue our pursuit of the rest of our objectives on our checklist, because this really needed to get done first. Oh, did you see that though? Hold on. I already forgot, even though I'm an expert at this game, which has been clearly proven during this playthrough. Gosh. Put some stone on it, for real. Rub some stone on it. A bunch of cowards that run after their leader is taken out, right? Have you done a sandbox yet, Faith? No, I'm terrified of sandbox. I played with a group. I played with some friends. and we ran around in a sandbox world. I think we were trying to grab the exclusive armor recipes and stuff there, but so I did it with other people, but I haven't really tackled one by myself, and it was very brief. It was a very brief exposure. I don't like it. It scares me a little bit, intimidates me. I'm a very casual player. Story mode is the name of my channel because I typically play games on story mode because I enjoy the experience more than I enjoy being really good at video games. So before I move any further, just answering that question. So no, I have not actually explored a sandbox for myself, and I'm fairly intimidated by it, and kind of like Cal was saying that there's kind of systems oriented. I like campaign better because I have directives. I have instructions. I'm better at following a checklist than I am at like making up my own kind of experience, if that makes sense. So yeah. Really? I hear them. Okay, so I just want to point this out, but we have orcs. Hold on. Where are they? Back here? Guys? I don't see them, but my hammer is glowing. Oh my gosh! Wrong direction. He said. I'm gonna let my inner link shine through. I'm gonna break all of these jars real quick. Yep, seeds. There they go. I knew there'd be some seeds in here. Alright, very cool. Did he answer the question? Yes. I like campaign better. I haven't played sandbox. End of story. I'm also a systems person. Orcs in camps and sieges don't drop black diamonds. War chiefs and hordes do. Got it. And trolls, yes, of course. We got our emeralds finally from some trolls in the upper city. I was terrified too, but it's so much fun. Troll in the dungeon. Sorry, different IP reference. You know what? I'm a big Harry Potter nerd, so we got you here, Cal. We got you here. I understood that reference. It's so much fun. I do see... Okay, hold on. Before we continue talking, I have to address what's happening in the game. So, the stronghold of the red-eye orcs is this red section. And I entered through the top here, and we're coming out through the other side. So I'm just pointing this out. This is, I don't think the only stronghold that does this, but this is specific to this one. And I accidentally popped through the entrance before I meant to. But basically through the main battle arena, which is where that was, that's where we got the orc chieftain. If you go through to the back, you'll come into this chamber. And it is actually an access point. Jars. It is an access point to, oh gosh, a staircase. Things just got really serious. Oh gosh. Okay, well, question answered. Maybe we'll find our ranger camp down here. We are short a couple of things. Maybe we don't need to move past the Drodelf Upper City. Maybe I just forgot that there was another level to it. But yeah, we went right through the stronghold and we ended up in this chamber that has now led us to a staircase, and I'm just gonna take a gander. These are all sealed. Oh no, this one is open. Okay, is there an exit off of this, or is this enclosed? This is enclosed. Okay, so this is just a room. There might be a broken statue or something in here. There's a lot of biteweed. I'm not a fan of biteweed. I don't make the orc medicine ale very much because it takes away from your health, even though it does do you some good as well. It gives you some buffs. So let's go down these stairs real quick. It's only appropriate that we do because at the end of the day, I'm trying to touch everything there is to touch in the upper city, but also progress. And the biggest thing, as I keep saying over and over again, is our new armor set. We really need an armor upgrade. And in the upper city, we have unlocked all of the new recipes that are available to us. Our statues are dropping coal and iron, which means that it has nothing, that area has nothing else to give. Okay, so this is the only exit off of the stairs. Ooh, so we'll go down here. I'm gonna pull out my torch, it's so dark. It's so dark. But yeah, I could see Sandbox being very fun for exploration. And I've had discussions with some fellow fans in the Discord, And it's like, of course I could go with a fully equipped dwarf, you know, with the strongest armor and the strongest weapons, and like get into basically safely tackle Sandbox. I do think the exploration could be really satisfying, but I'm also just very intimidated by it. And then just the openness of it is a little... And like the levels and stuff are very confusing to me. Although watching the video that is linked in my description from Nerd of the Rings, there's a little map, like they're discussing the history of Khazad-dûm. There's a little map that they keep showing, like as B-roll in the video. And I had no idea, like I knew Moria was huge. I knew it was complex. But there's an image that pops up in that video repeatedly. And I'm like, holy mother of Aule. Aule doesn't have a mother, it's fine. There's a lot to, there's a lot to Khazad-dûm. So I think Sandbox fulfills that a little bit, and it just is too much for me. Oh, this looks like another orc stronghold. Did we come right into another one? I don't know if I'm ready for that. I don't know if I'm ready for that. There's some more gold down here, though. Don't forget, you guys. Don't forget. Okay, this is the exit, per the map. Some iron over there. Ooh, exciting. Biteweed can bite mite. Not worth it. Yeah. Not a fan of biteweed. And when I clear out a world, because I'm gonna build, I usually just kill all the biteweed plants. Oh! See, I knew this in the back of my heart. Or the back of my head, however you want to think about it. Can I even pretend to break this door? Do you guys want to sit here for 20 minutes? So that you know what this is? There's another way to show you what this is. We'll just sit here and break it. It's fine. Progress? Who is she? We have like an hour and 15 minutes left. We're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine. It's not food. I started Sandbox World initially as a full restart, no high-level gear, and tried it out. I got pretty far. Gave up when I just needed resources for my main world, so equipped my top-tier stuff. Yeah. It will break, yeah. It just takes forever. I was just thinking with the pick that I have. Because you can break this a lot easier with other spicier methods. Yeah. I feel like Sandbox could be cool to explore. I might enjoy that part of it. But I would have to be equipped. Or I'd have to set it on story mode so that I could handle it. But the fact that you can, like, spawn into Sandbox and then, like, be at your strongest... Wow, that was an interesting... It just vanished. That was an interesting way for that to go. Yeah, I need a better weapon for this, for real. Yeah, I'm scared of walking into it if I'm not over, you know, OP for it, and coming across the strongest enemies, the most dangerous stuff. Alright, you guys, does this look familiar? It should. It really, really should, because we are right back at the bridge of Khazad-dûm, for which we need 50 black diamonds, 50 black diamonds. So yeah, so fun story. We have a little, I don't want to call it a crossroads, but we have a back street or a back door from the Chamber of Marzarbul entrance, which is right here, to the bridge of Khazad-dûm through the back of the Orc Stronghold. So super fun, exciting. Yeah, I'm just gonna grab the oats. And now I gotta think. So I want to progress. There's nothing through the chamber that we need. We've handled all of that. So I'm gonna go back down the path that we just came through. I'm pretty sure I didn't miss anything of importance, did I? Do I happen to have a swift abac? Did I grab one? Resolve. No, I don't. Increase stamina in general? Okay, here we go. Yes. Yeah, we want to do that. Okay. Because I want to book it. I want to book it back where we came from. No axe. I haven't found it. All the doors, indeed.
Moria is ours now.
Hold on, I'm not equipped equipped properly. No axe I haven't in the upper city.
That's all you got?
So I'm thinking it's where I need to go to start finding new broken statues to unlock new armor recipes. I'm trying not to spoil it because we haven't busted into the next area yet. But yeah, I don't know if the ranger camp would be there and still be considered the Dworodelf ranger camp, you know what I mean? Because that's what my pages are for. Found in Dworodelf. Find the pages nearby, or find the camp nearby and replace the pages. Yeah, we got the one at the Eastern Bastion, yeah. Because that's the one that's by the Bridge of Hazad Doom. Those are called the Bastion. So you mean, did I find the ranger camp up there? Yes. I didn't find the one that's labeled for the Dworodelf, though, and I'm wondering if I have to go to the next area to get it. Okay, so we came down to get here, so we need to go back up. Find your ladder. This is episode 16. I only see 7 on the channel. Are the rest somewhere else? If you click, Piccolo, if you click into the playlist tab under Return to Moria, I think there's just a limited amount that YouTube puts on my homepage. If you click into playlists, click on Return to Moria, the rest of them should be in that playlist. Oh gosh. I will say I had fun exploring the sandbox worlds I have explored. I think the devs did a good job with them. I've seen some other content creators building. Oh gosh. Do I have any materials? Oh, thank goodness. I was like, do I even have wood scraps? I've seen them building in some of the specific areas that are unique. I don't trust. I can probably reach that, but I don't trust. Unique areas in sandbox, and I do think that that's really clever. Like some of the areas for building are really nice. Oh gosh. Dworodelf Ranger Camp will be north or south of the main cavern. Could be in the first age tomb. Oh god. Why did you say that? There is a first age tomb. Dang it. I don't want to. I don't want to. We did come across, right guys? That was in the upper city, right? The most recent one that we went to. It was a thoroughfare. We had to go through that first stage tomb to get to the next area. Dang it. All right, we'll go check. We'll go check. I didn't go up to the mid-level or the top level. Or the bottom level for that matter. Oops, wrong way. I just had a different motive to use sandbox mode. Found Nogrod Forge Garrison Mega Build. Once it's done, I'd love to share it with any content creator interested. Are you part of the Return to Moria Discord, Cal? Because they have specific channels to support people sharing their builds via video or photo, screenshot, and the like. You can easily share that with a whole group of Return to Moria fans if you pop into the Discord. You can send me your world save between streams and I'll find it for you. That's fine. It's fine. I'm an adult, I promise. We'll go check. It shouldn't be too difficult. Since I'm more comfortable with them now, it shouldn't be too difficult. Because I do want to find the ranger camp. I'm still trying to complete each area as we come across it, get through that checklist before we move on. And the Musnakan in this one's very obvious. We can literally see it right now across the gap here. There was a first stage tomb, I'm pretty sure. There's a part of me that's wondering if I'm making it up. Like how I made up there being one in the Mines of Moria, you know? I have personal trust issues, like with myself now. That I know where anything actually is. Oh, I think Axe has picked up on it by now. It could be anywhere in those outer areas, but the first stage tomb. Well, to your point, like that's where I'm gonna go because we explored kind of all of this, and I mean, it's possible that something was overlooked, but we've been through all of this, opened up the map completely, and did not find it, so I think you're probably onto something. I think you're onto it, so it's only correct that we should try real quick. before we move on. Now, did we find it off of the other troll cave? Or did we find it back here? I just gotta remember where the maze was now. Yeah, Axe knows. Axe knows. Oh. As much as I'm tech savvy, software savvy, I didn't know how to share my save file. I don't know that you could share your save file, but if you took screenshots of your builds, you could share them that way. Just to share them in general. But yeah, and then you could also always just create your own YouTube channel or Twitch channel or whatever you want to do. If you want to share it live, you want to like give a guided tour, I think that's going to be your only way to do it in that format. Wait, was there not a... No, okay. So it wasn't through here, and this is a dead end. Right? Let's double check. Let's double check. Oh yeah, the King's Brew tank, we found that last stream. I don't have the adamant hammer or the necessary materials. This is the other subterranean godforsaken maze thing. Please tell me that ranger camps aren't gonna be in there. That's the other kind. We did walk around in there a little bit last stream, just so I just showed people that it was a thing. Okay, so we'll go back. Backtrack just a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna do videos. I've done quite a lot of building. Wait, did we go through that? Is this where we came in? I don't think so. Ah, here it is. I've built a lot in this game, and I would love to show that off, but I'm gonna do it in video format. It's much easier. And then I can share it. Okay, here we are. Here's the first stage tomb. So, shadow everywhere. Ugh. So annoying. Alright, I'm gonna go up, maybe? I don't think I want to go up. I don't think I want to be up here, Ranger camps aren't on the top, right? That doesn't happen.
Take it down!
Ah. Alright, we'll try the other side. This is where we came in. We'll go up on the other side. Okay, nothing over here. Go down, and then we'll go back up. And then I'll go down, if I can, into the bottom of this one. But I have found some things on this mid-level before, so that's why I'm kind of sticking to this right now. We want to go back down. Never found one there, but anything is possible. Yeah. I know. Oh, there's a statue. That's nice. Nothing over here. And yeah, I don't think I have any granite, do I? Nope. But it's giving us all iron and coal. So there are not any more. Okay, let's try to go down. So I think that was the entire mid-level. Let's go down, 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 down. Oh. Or not. Okay, we'll try another side. Yeah, where are these orcs at? This is a troll cave. This isn't where we came from. This is an exit. Oh yeah, because I remember saying this, my brain, this first stage tomb had an exit and an entrance, so you had to kind of get through it to get over. Oh. The hammer is humming. Here we go. Are there orcs down here? Here we go, now we're in the bottom. So we're down here. Again, friendly reminder, you guys, we're just looking for the ranger camp that I have yet to find in the Dorodelph. This is a first stage tomb. We've explored one pretty thoroughly in a couple streams ago. We took a good look at one. And there's a possibility that our ranger camp is actually a bit hidden and down here somewhere, so that is what I'm looking for. And I mean, we might find another treasure room. I'm not against that. Pick up some more resources, that's fine, but really I'm just here for the ranger camp, if it is. And then Axe, do I need to go to... I mean, will it just be down here, do you think? Or do I need to go to, like, that middle section you had me go to last time? Will it be in that? Alright, nothing here? Nothing here. Okay, dead ends, dead ends. Oh. Oh, okay, here's the middle place. Are there orcs here? Where are these orcs? I have questions. Here are the tombs that were absolutely mind-blowing to me before. Where are they? They're driving me bonkers. Completely new to me. As many playthroughs as I claim to have, I have never. Because I hate the maze, so I've never explored it thoroughly enough to come across the tombs. Okay, gotcha, Axe. Fair enough. It better be down here, by the way, after all this mess. I think we're gonna find the treasure room through here, though. So many stairs, Kathleen. Funnily enough, I'm not lost, which is kind of crazy. Give me a ranger camp. Come on. And then, yeah, it's obvious which walls are breakable and which ones aren't. Yes, there can be orc camps, yeah. Oh, man. Come on, game. I see the dirt, I do. It could be through a dirt wall. I gotta look around. Bear with me here. Okay, here's some stairs. These are not the ones we came in on. This is a different side. What's in here? Anything? Oh gosh.
Get back to patrolling.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Okay, that's just stairs. Sorry if you guys are getting whiplash. Sorry about that. Does this wall really just open to... Okay. Okay, alright. I just wanted to, like, open everything up here, and then we'll tackle this dirt wall real quick. Cross our fingers we find something useful back here. Okay, real talk, I both like and dislike the maze zones like this. They are interesting, but yeah, I don't like them at all. I don't like them at all, but that's just, I'm not a puzzle person. Oh, is this the treasure room? No. I'm not a puzzle person, even though I'm a big Legend of Zelda fan, and I think well, I can't say I've played every game, because that's just not true. I've played most of them. It's not the puzzles that do it for me. It's the actual, like, roleplay, gameplay progression, story, the narrative of it. That's what does it for me. I'm not a puzzle person, so mazes feel very puzzly. You've got to, like, figure it out and navigate and do all that stuff, and that's just not my cup of tea. So, more than anything, I just kind of deal with them. But yeah, I don't really like them. It is cool, to your point. It's a cool concept that there would be mazes and stuff like that the dwarves would build things like this, but yeah. And then it's always fun to see more architecture and other structures in Moria.
With Mordor
Big
gone,
sigh.
it ain't gonna get better than this pit.
Where are these guys? The mystery. Where are the orcs that I keep hearing? Okay, where are we?
Die, you
Die, me.
beast!
Oh, I'm not a beast. Are they fighting wargs somewhere? Oh, come on. Okay. Okay, backtracking to that other wall. This stone is here, which makes me think I've come through here before and broken something to do it. That's the other tough thing, is they get to all the areas start to look the same, so it makes it a little bit harder. Just love Gollum, just as Gollum both loves and hates himself. He both loves and hates himself. Loves and hates the ring. Okay, like battle music, but there's none around. It must be back here. Mooyah! There's light coming through this wall, or is that just a reflection of something? That's light. Oh my god! Oh god! Oh, I was not ready for that. Scare me like that. I literally jumped. I literally jumped. Oh gosh. Rude. Now shut up. You're being so loud. Curse, don't laugh at me. Okay, there's more. Alright, not confident about calling it. I just want to point out to you guys, this wall here, literally, it just breaks open the wall a bit. It's not actually a passage. So don't be like, Faith, you missed a wall, because I didn't. I didn't! Alright, we're not seeing a ranger camp. I feel like, I mean, but I haven't found the treasure room either, come to think of it. I feel like I've busted through everything I can bust through, though. And I'm definitely, like, running around in circles. I've come back to a couple of places I've been. You know what we can do? And I'll just say it out loud. I'm not going to do it, but you can place... Okay, so hold on. This would be the entrance, so here's an example. You could make a little trail of torches. So there's nothing here. There's no breakable walls. So you'd go through here, and then you could do like, okay, let me put a torch here. And then I went this way, and this is a dead end. So I came through here. Okay, and then you could put a torch here. Come down this passage. Into this room. Which also has a wall that just breaks but doesn't lead to anything. Come through here. Come back to the stairs. But yeah, you can leave yourself a little trail of torches if that helps you. But like, so these two dirt walls led into this chamber. Super fun. So when I find my torches, I can follow them back out. Jump scare for sure, yeah. Mooyah, exactly. That's definitely how I learned to navigate the deeps. I used to get so lost, yeah. So now it's like, oh, here's a torch. Okay, where's the next one? Not through here, see? See? I lost my trail. That's okay. Oh, what's in here?
What scum?
Oh, I did open this one. Okay, never mind. So we've been back here too. Good grief. I thought I finally found a wall that I hadn't broken through yet. Alright, let me go back. Let me see if there's another door off of the stairs. Not these stairs. Oh, I wanted the middle stairs. So yeah, unless there is a ranger camp, or I should say a secret entrance off of maybe the big stone room or a cave, troll cave, that's not marked on the map but is there if you look for it. Like, unless we have another situation like that, which we've had before, I have no idea where the ranger camp would be. Ara, welcome in! Just in time to get lost with us. Just in time. It's not going well. But when is it ever? When is it ever? Good morning! My HP. And Shadow. And... okay. Alright. I tried. I gave it a good effort. I will see if we come across the necessary ranger camp moving out of this area, which there is an in-between. There is a bit of like sometimes there are passageways between major areas. So it's not like I'm gonna bust through an exit, like a dirt wall, and then suddenly be in the next main area. There will be a bit of a passage, so maybe the ranger camp is along that passage. That is also an option. So it's not technically in the upper city along with everything else, but it is still attached to that space. It's in between, if that makes any sense. Okay, so that's Troll Cave. I don't want to go there. Is this the exit to Troll Cave? I think. Do we want to come out of? Could you please send me your world seed later? I won't spoil anything if you don't want me to, but out of self-curiosity, I'd like to look. Yeah, actually, hang on a second. Let me get through this shadow. And... so my seed is on the screen. Do you want me to read it out? I guess I could type it. I type it into chat. I'm so smart. So if anybody wants to play this particular world seed, which represents a lot of the layout, the main areas will generally be the same, but your access points are going to be different. Also, you are going to have somewhat different resource distribution. So for instance, I think Ara, who is here, snagged this seed off of me. Yeah, for the gold. I was just about to say cursed. The gold, especially the gold early in the mines as well. No, I know. Yeah, I know. I'm giving this one to Axebeard. So 864-955-584. I'll just do that. Because I'm lazy and I can do that live instead of having to go into the Discord. Do it. Heaven forbid. Heaven forbid. So yeah, explore at your own pleasure. Although I think and I hope that we're gonna come across the necessary ranger camp. Where is my exit? Through the shadow? Really? I think we're gonna come across it when I progress a little bit. So I'm gonna run back to my base camp really quickly. Speaking of progressing, I'm gonna run back to my base camp, recover a little bit, maybe dump my inventory, and then we'll keep trucking right along. I do want to get to the next area tonight. All that progress I keep referencing, I do want to make said progress. And see what we can discover moving beyond this area a little bit. Now, to be completely fair, I have not wiped out every like this whole other side. Like, we've been here. So, if you're... This is the back of the Dorodelf we're facing. We entered from this direction. And then we traveled back here. So, considering this the back, I've only been on the right side. There's a bunch of orc camps. See them over there? They're just hanging out. There's a bunch of outposts that, like, I haven't dealt with at all in the upper city. So, I don't in my heart really feel like it's complete, but I do like want my upgraded armor really bad. So we're gonna move beyond it. I'm gonna show you guys where that is and how to get there and what to do. So we're gonna push forward a little bit, but I'm not gonna sit here and act like I've done absolutely everything that there is to do to kind of clear out this area and kind of establish it for us. Which, to be fair, I don't think I've done that in most places. I think the Elven Quarter, I ended up going back and doing that, like clearing out all the orc outposts and stuff. Now that I got my emeralds, the orc outposts don't really have anything for me that I feel like I need. So, anyways, we're gonna make some food. We're gonna take a nap. We're gonna like fully recover, and then we're gonna fully buff ourselves up, and then we're gonna make our way to the next area. So sleep, food, bangers and mash, baby. A dump chest. I did that too, you guys. I had like 3 chests in a row last stream. I went through and just handled it, organized all my stuff off stream, so you guys didn't have to watch. And I just want to use my brain to make sure I carry anything I really want to carry. Which, you know what? Because I'm not a smart person and I can't hold that much information in my head at once. Like, I can't remember what everything is made of. It's not, it doesn't matter if it's just stone and coal and iron ingots. Like, I'm not gonna remember what a camp hearth needs. I'm not gonna remember exactly what a smithy needs. Stuff like that. So, it's easier for me, as a simpleton, to empty my inventory completely and then just grab it again. And since it's my life and my time, I don't feel guilty doing that, but... like, I can't remember what I need to hold in my inventory for this stuff. I'm not clever enough to do that. Okay, so we repaired all of our armor. We ate some food. We took a nap. Let's take some ale, if we have any left. And we're just gonna drink this. I'll let you know if I find it. You can decide if you want any info. I won't make you a keg statistic. All good, all good. Okay. So now we've got some fun little buffs. We have, you know what? I don't need this battle axe right now. Can I drop it on a... No, I cannot. I'm just gonna... We were using this with the Spellcarver rune to collect our ironwood along with our entwood in the end quarter, but I don't need that now.
We just did.
Okay, here we go. We're gonna move forward. We're gonna move beyond the Dorodelph, and I'm gonna show you how to do that. First things first, you go downstairs. Why does it always take my Zarok torch off of me? It's like if you take a nap, the torch just disappears. Okay, so we've been on both sides of the Dorodelph city. We've been up on the right, or it's the left now, but the entrance is in this direction. So we've been on both sides. We haven't taken out all the orc camps, but we've been on both sides. We've been in the front, and we've been in the lower levels. Because remember when we were looking for ironwood? The furniture in the houses were ironwood, and then we were looking for the axe fragment. And so we explored some houses, and we've kind of been like left and right and up and down. But we have not been to the very back. Oh gosh, and that's what I should have done. I need granite. Hold on. I need granite for, actually, can I mine some, maybe? To rebuild statues. The statue just reminded me. It's fine. We'll mine some. We'll find it. And I have an encampment down here. Speaking of which, this one you really do need to take out.
Moria is ours now!
Nice. Anyone else? There he is. You guys are so noisy. Curse, this was the outpost you were talking about last stream, right? Because it's so close. So we're right underneath our base camp. We're literally just right down the stairs from it. So these guys are pretty close, and they're pretty noisy. Yeah, Curse. Is that it? Anybody else want a piece? Anybody else? No? Okay. Remembering things isn't what makes someone smart, otherwise I'm the world's stupidest person. I don't have the brain capacity. Hello, sir. Hold on. Hold on, I'm not done yet. Hey. Hey. Hey.
That's one more for me.
Haha, we're so excited. Any more? No? Okay. So here's some cool statues over here. You guys can look at these statues while I repair myself. Because now we are progressing not only one area further from our armor level, but two. So I am going to be very vulnerable. But this, you guys, is the next location. This is the way forward, basically, out of the upper city, is all I'm actually trying to say. So we are underneath our base camp right now. It's just levels above us. This is the very back of the Dorodelph, so we entered on the very opposite side. And this is where you need to go to keep moving forward. So yeah, here are those passageways I was referencing. Like there wasn't going to be an immediate entrance into a new area. Gonna get shadow cursed. There's nothing I can do about it. Keep some eye out for some granite. There won't be deposits in hallways like these, but I do need to keep my eyes peeled for some granite to rebuild the statues.
Monsters in the air!
Looks like we got some bats in here. Oh! Hello? Did you guys see that? He glitched away. He glitched away. Is he gonna glitch back if I move? If I keep moving? No? Oh, weird. Okay. I'll take it. Oh, Spideys! Lovely. Yeah, Curse. Oh, like, wait, where'd he go? He poofed. He poofed. Alright, I'll take natural fiber. We might need a rope ladder. Alright. It's getting noisy. It's getting noisy. Alright. Obviously, this is a fun little chamber that we've arrived at, but this is the only way forward is through this dirt. So here we go.
The Balrog rampaged through here. This place will one day be filled with dwarves again.
Maybe. Alright, friends. They're fighting each other. Orcs are fighting each other and wargs down there. I'm not gonna interrupt them. I'm gonna let them take themselves out without any interruption, but this is the next location, the next major area in the game. This area... Oh. Why is she talking to me? Okay, the dragon was just talking to us per the subtitles. My bad, sorry. I'll stop moving around. This is the Desolation. This is the next area on our map. So it's this big orange chunk that we've just opened up right here. So this is referred to as the Desolation. This, just as Aldrich said when we walked in, this is the remnants of the Balrog's rampage. So this is like, the assumption is the Balrog came through here and just busted everything up. So it is also city, like kind of like the Dorodelf, but it's really just in a ruin. It's in shambles. It's been broken by the evil forces. So this is the next area. We have a ways to go, but do you see on my screen, we have a couple of icons for objective locations, and one of them is Durin's Forge. And if you guys remember, Durin's Forge is one of our objectives in our menu here. It's been search for Durin's Forge has been on here for a hot minute, so we absolutely need to make our way towards the forge. Seek the Desolation Outpost. Go to the location of Balin's Outpost and find clues of the 5th axe fragment. So just like when we get into any new area, there's typically an old outpost of Balin, just like there was in Westgate and the mines, and there'll be some derelict forges and furnaces, and it's basically one of those abandoned outposts, and it's gonna have an Ockford chest, like they so often do, right? So we need to find that old outpost of Balin here in the Desolation. Durin's Forge is in this direction. It says 289 yards. Friendly reminder that if something on the map says it's yards away, then it's on the level that you are. But if for some reason something is fathoms away, it doesn't usually pop up on the screen like this. But when you're in your map, it'll say fathoms above or fathoms below, and that's when you know you need to find a way up or a way down to another level of the mine. So Durin's Forge is on this level, and it's 286 yards away, so that's exciting. So yes, this is a Dorodelf, new location. Welcome everybody. It's charming, it's quaint, it's full of destruction, and it sounds like these orcs have had their fun with each other. So now I can take out what's left.
Get 'em, boys!
And these guys are way too tough for me, but somehow there they go. I guess my weapon is still upgraded, it's just not my armor. Because he's not saying I need a better weapon for this, so it looks like we're okay. This is acceptable. But you can tell that these guys are different. They've got every collection of orcs we found in a new area looks a little bit different, and I love that. So they're just letting us know that different clans of orcs or orcs from different locations have all come to Moria to take refuge. Let me think. I don't think I need to show you anything over here, but there is like a fun little house. I have used this house. Look how beautiful this this level is on this house. It's fairly intact. I have used this house as a base camp before. It also has an upper level with some fun stuff in it. So there are these battered and bruised houses just like there are in other places. But instead of being rotted like so many of them, these are more just kind of destroyed. They're just kind of broken. She needs to wait until you get to the spot. I know, that's why I freaked out for a second. I'm like, wait, why is she talking already? But we haven't triggered her yet. Apparently she... Yeah, it's gonna be okay. Miss Impatient. I'm so excited for next stream. Oh, I'm trying to think. Okay, here's our first broken statue, but again, I don't have any granite. We haven't come across any yet. I want to see if that statue has a recipe for me for upgraded armor. I'm desperate here. I am desperate. Oh, excuse me, and then I'm still looking for Muznakan carvings. We are in a new location. The checklist applies, as always. So I'm keeping my eyes peeled in these structures for anything shiny. But if we keep going this way, we'll find ourselves a nice little bridge.
Moria is mine now.
Khazad-dûm is the home of Durin's folk.
Yeah.
Oh, you abandoned it like cowards. I took it. Me and my brood.
Hi. There she goes. A little evil laugh for your benefit. Do you guys see this issue right here? Walking around. You're excited for next stream? Is that in reference to the Forge? Is all I'll ask, because I don't want to spoil anything. Is it Durin's day today? Axe, we just made it to the Desolation, that's all, but I did not come across a ranger camp in the in-between, which I thought I might. So that's a fun new critter. They're the Forge. Yeah, I thought that's what you meant. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting for sure because of how I'm playing this campaign. But anyways, we're looking at a very handsome fell beast, yet another awkwardly colored real but fantasy creature. Realistic but fantasy creature. So the implication is, she said, I took it, as in Moria, me and my brood. So the implication is that these fell beasts, there's, oh, you see some wings up on the upper level there too. The implication is that these are her brood, these are her offspring. So these are referred to as fell beasts. They are not dragons. They are fell beasts, but they are the offspring of the dragon. So here's what we're gonna do, and I need everyone to take a big deep breath and remind yourselves that you trust me implicitly to get us to the other side of the mines, okay? I need you to remember that you trust me. And then everything will be fine. Everything will be fine. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Alrighty. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. We just ran right past it. Because you can do that. It is an option. Now, we have another cluster of orcs obviously fighting each other up here. This area is really just a cluster of different clans, and so they fight amongst themselves, which is super fun. I'm gonna let them have at it. Make sure that that fell beast isn't looking at me or anything from behind. And let these guys take each other out, because it saves me so much time and energy. I trust you. You skip it? I have never been able to. Clearly I'm too impatient to wait for it to go away. Yeah, I usually run past it. Alright, so I've got a warg. Can he get me from up here? I want to know. If you jump, will you jump or no? Will you just stalk me? This guy will shoot me with an arrow though, so I'm we'll get down. We'll get down. Yeah, I skip him. I don't know if you guys have picked up on it yet, but I am conflict adverse. I avoid conflict as much as possible because it's just costly for the most part. So yeah, my instinct is just to avoid if I can. And a lot of times I can because I try. But I've noticed some people have different instincts. And it's to run into the mouth of the lion directly and without hesitation, regardless of circumstance or armor weapon levels. They just go for it. And you know what? I respect that. But that's not me. That's not me. Some people. Some people just go for it. No? Can't break it? Okay. You know what's funny? Until I said it out loud. Okay, this is a little tumbled down. Most of these houses really are in really good shape. They're just broken. I only just kind of noticed that. Okay, we've picked up a couple of Muznakan carvings. I kind of did it quickly. Let's take a look at what we have here. So, Telkar's Muznakan carving is here in the Desolation. And fun story, Telkar is a real reference to a real dwarf from the source material. Telkar was Narvi's, what's the word I want to use? I don't want to use student. That doesn't seem correct. I don't want to say protege because I don't think he was his protege either. The apprentice maybe might be the right word. So if you guys remember Narvi, the great smith that worked with Celebrimbor to create the Doors of Durin, among other things, Narvi was basically considered a very successful and prestigious smith. And Telkar was someone that he tutored or that learned under him. And he also became very famous in his time. And Telkar is responsible for the forging of Anduril, I think, or I should say Narsil, because in its original form it was Narsil. Aragorn's sword. Oh, look, a Drake over there. Let's not go in that direction. So yeah, Telkar, real reference to a real character. Very well-known smith. Very successful and accredited. Oh look, some more guys. I'm the people. I'm the Death Wish. Oh, the Drake. Where is he even? You shot me from way over there? You're a jerk.
Moria is ours now.
Also, a really good shot.
I'm
really offended that he hit me from all the way
Sauron from a Shazorn?
What?
This dragon? And now she wants Moria for herself, no matter the destruction. She must be stopped.
Yes.
Hey, there's something there.
Nope. Nothing here. What do you mean? What do you mean? Nothing at all. Okay. So, unfortunately, you guys, I know exactly where to go and where everything is. So, we're not going to be... We will explore the area, but I'm kind of not explaining. I'm just kind of making my way slowly towards where I know I need to go. So I'll point it out to you a little clearer in the future and as we have time and things make sense. But I am headed towards what I know to be...
Nothing here.
Goal complete, Desolation Outpost. Does he not say anything in this one? No? He's not gonna say anything. Okay. Well, this is the Balin outpost that we wanted to find here in the Desolation, so this was one of our objectives. And this guy right here is the Ockford chest that we are looking for. So, once again, these are linked to Durin's Axe, and we only need one more fragment, which is so exciting. Gather iron and gold and use the forge to create a key, then open Frar's chest. This chest has Frar's name on it. It must contain something useful. The chest itself is near indestructible and impossible to open or move by anyone other than a dwarf. Inscribed on the chest are the intricate instructions for how to forge a unique key to open it. I should make the key and open the chest. Easy peasy, right? Let me take a look really quickly here. Khazad steel ingot? Easy. We got that. We got that. Now, what I wish I had done with all of my heart, because I knew better, was bring a black diamond with me. Oh, wait, it says I have some? Wait. Yeah! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! That was so accidental! accidental. Okay, so I picked up black diamonds because I was fighting orcs and other things on my way here. All right, all good, all good, all good. So this was the outpost we were looking for. Ah. So now open the chest is the new objective. Gather all the fragments of Durin's axe is still here. The chest will help us do that. Search Durin's forge, so we know that that's in this area. We've got to do that. And the Pilgrim Library is a fake out. We found that this objective never goes away. I don't know why. It's fine. Just ignore it. So, welcome. Welcome. Now, my instincts are usually to build a base camp out of this because, guys, we are in a new area and we have a map stone here by default. So what I typically do is build like a door and some walls on here. I don't think I have any of the necessary materials to do so, but we do have a map stone, so I can fly right back to the Dworodelf base and grab what we need to build here. And that would be super fun. But yeah, so this is the outpost that we are looking for. And we will probably make a base camp out of that. There's another option though. There's a building right next door that is just in much better condition. It's completely intact. You would quite literally only need to build a door on it. You wouldn't have to build any walls or any other things. And look at this lovely upper floor, a lot of these wood details. These are a lot of building materials that we have in-game. Not all of them, but we do have a lot of these. And then it has a fun little patio. So this is a really nice building that's very much sound and intact, and sometimes I prefer to build my base on this side. But the mapstone is right here, so you really could just, you know, do this too. You could just connect the two. Just create a little access point here. And then, you know, live out of this one. So totally your preference. But yeah, so let's establish a base camp really quickly. What time is it? I still have half an hour left. Because also I need to, you know what, let's do it. Because I also need granite to rebuild these statues. And I haven't come across a deposit that I've noticed of granite. I've seen some adamant. But I have not seen any granite. So let's just go grab some stuff. And make our lives a bit easier. And take it from there. Resource reminder? Ooh, for which? The black diamonds that I was saying I wish I had? That I'm so lucky that I accidentally had? Okay, first things first. I want adamant for building walls and or doors. And I think I need ironwood for the adamant door, but I also want to grab some granite. We are really low on granite, you guys. I need to go back to the deeps and get this handled, I think. I'll do that off stream. Need any treasure. I've got black diamonds everywhere. I should really consolidate my inventory to see where we're at with that. Okay, let's do the usual. Let's get some food going. Let's take a nap. Let's recover ourselves. I'm gonna do steak this time. And let me think. So I need walls and doors. I need some of the basics. I guess I should do a bedroll just in case. So that way, if the worst should happen, I spawn back at that base camp. So that I'm still close to all of my objectives of the moment. But yeah. Okay, so we have a camp hearth and a smithy in our pockets already. Oh, this is what we need to do, guys. We need to build the mansion bed. We haven't done this yet. I'm so sorry. We unlocked this recipe when we built our first grand hearth, which is this guy right here. And all it needs is fine cloth, and I'm pretty sure that with the spinning wheel addition, we can make fine cloth at the loom. And we can make this nicer bed, and I need to make it and show it to you guys. It's actually quite lovely. I wasn't sure how much we needed, so I am making Numenorian cloth out of cloth scraps, and you guys know how abundant and easy cloth scraps are to collect, so you could just sit here and, like, mass craft Numenorian cloth. Alright, I've got 5. Is that enough? Yeah, that's enough. Okay, so let's do this real quick. Let's upgrade this bed to the mansion bed. I will collect these resources. Oh, isn't it lovely? And we'll do it this way. We'll put it under the shield. There we go. Isn't that nice? Doesn't that look so comfy? Too bad you don't have any covers. Too bad you don't have any covers. Okay, but that's the mansion bed upgrade. Get excited. I feel like I'm out of ale. Am I out of ale yet? I have 8 left, and I think every time you take a mug, it counts as 4 for some reason. So that's super exciting. Alright, so I need to take a bed. Another mansion bed? I can? Okay. Why not? Actually, I think there's a bed at... Hold on. Give, 1 or 2. Put a 1 or a 2 in the chat. Which building are we going to build our base camp in? Is it going to be the first one that has the map stone attached to it? Or is it going to be the second one I showed you that's a little bit more intact? That we can just hop over. One of them requires walls and a door and some other things. One of them just requires a door. And I need to know the answer to this question because I need to know what things to bring. Because I'm pretty sure in the first building there is a bed. So I wouldn't need to bring another one. But 1 or 2. 1 or 2, guys. Let me know. We have... let's take a better hearth. I'll take the tiled hearth to the next base camp. Ara says door. Kathleen says 2. Okay. I'm not worried about... I need a meal table. We'll take a roasting pit. We'll take... oh shoot, I need copper ingots for this. We can make some. Take a brew kettle. A lot of things I'm gonna leave here. I'm gonna need a few chests, so let's just... build a few. I could just take a pile of wood. Yes, I know that. But, like, again, it's not in my brain what everything is made of. It's easier for me to use this system where I just build everything and then I break it down and I usually have all the materials that I need. Specific materials that I need. Okay, so I think a hearth, a meal table, a roasting pit, and a bed. And we have a map stone. And then I grabbed adamant for walls and or a door. Oops, I broke my floor. All good. A little extra granite. A little extra granite. I'm not gonna fix the floor because I don't trust that, like, I'm randomly gonna not have a whole bunch of resources now if I do that. Okay, so we'll take that. And then, what did we need? Copper ingots? Ooh, I don't have a ton of copper either, so we should probably refill our copper inventory at some point. Again, more mining, collecting that I'll do off stream. We've got some honey now that we can collect. You guys can see it pulling at the bottom. Everything is grown here. I'm not going to grab it though. What I should do is take some food. We've got a decent amount of meat. I'll take this. I'll take some potatoes. We can do our bangers and mash over there. And our steak. Just so we have something to cook. We're taking a roasting pit, but I wasn't taking any ingredients. Which is just foolish. Potatoes. Potatoes. We fixed the map stone, so I don't need any of these black diamonds. Oh, let's make the key. Hello. Let's make that key for that Ockford chest. Wow, wasn't even thinking about it. Hashtag pro. The last key for the last Ockford chest for the last Durin's axe fragment is actually very important. Alright, did I make a key or did I just light the forge? Pretty sure I just lit the forge. Okay, come on, y'all. Make it. Thank you. In the nick of time, Kathleen, in the nick of time. Okay, we've got our key. We've got some food. We've got building materials. We've got some base camp basics that we can take over there. I'm trying to think. Is there anything else? I grabbed ironwood and adamant for building. And yeah, if we do the second house, which it sounds like 2 of you want me to do, we won't need to put in a floor or anything like that. Okay, where are we? Mapstone Desolation. That would be the one. That would be the one. Oh gosh, we got like 15 minutes left. I'm trying to think of what I want to do and how far I want to go. I said serious progress. I wanted to make some serious progress. Now we've come to the Desolation. We still never found the Ranger Camp for the Dorodelf. That's something I can do off stream because that's going to be just walking around in circles and looking. Yeah, there's a bed over here. That's okay. We'll come over here. But now that I have granite, we can also hopefully unlock some new... So yeah, we'll just explore this area for the rest of stream. That's what I'll do. So I'm going to do the adamant door. Again, the strongest option that we have. Build near a hearth?
You call yourselves orcs?
So rude. Okay, if I put this here, it's gonna smoke through the floor, but there are worse things. It feels like a natural spot for it. Alright, and now we officially have a base camp. Now that we have a hearth, which means we are open to attack. We are open to siege. So here's our door. And it's got... I need to not waste my granite. It has a column on one side, so I want to put a column on the other side. There we go. It feels a little more, I don't know, something. And then I wonder how easy it is for them to break this wooden door, which is just like a feature. So I think I'm going to put a wall over / in it. Looks like I could build a wall behind it. Yeah, and I don't mind losing a little bit of square footage, that's fine. Just to reinforce that wooden decorative door, for lack of a better term, because if I do get a siege, I feel like they can break that pretty easily. So let's reinforce our walls a little bit on this side. Perfect. We've got a door on this side, we've got our hearth, and then we have this lovely upper level. And I'm pretty sure... with this, we are fairly well fortified. I don't think enemies can, like, get up here and over this and all of that good stuff. I would like to create a legitimate, like, a floor here, kind of. Maybe with granite. Hold on. I need to not use my granite for this. We can always get more. I don't have a ton. I don't have a ton to me right now. To my name. And I wanted to put... I want to put some stairs. Oh, don't punch it. Ouch. I want to break this banister. Gosh. It's taking damage from everything. Ah! I just want to break the banister. Just the banister. So fix the floor. Come on. Come on. Come on! Oh my gosh. Okay, but this part too. Oh, I'm so scared. I'm so scared I'm gonna break the floor. As if I can't build it. Back again. There we go. That feels better. We'll fix it. Serious? Okay. Thank you. Okay, that's all I wanted. Now. Whoop. Oh, it won't lock with the existing floor? That's so rude. Be so helpful if you did. And this is where the building gets monotonous, when you're trying to make something happen. And it just won't happen for you. Okay, these stairs are a little short. Okay. Bear with me. This all makes sense. I promise. Okay, I don't need the big one. We can do a couple little tiles here. goes really far out. That seems a little silly. No snappity snap? Okay, so here's where the shorter piece of the railing comes into play. All I want is safety. All I want is a little bit of safety. Oh, and I don't have any wood for the banisters. I need to boss some wood, don't I? Okay, that's fine. We'll get to it. And then this banister, oh gosh, needs to go away. I feel like I am just hitting the floor. Making it vaguely cute. No, it's literally, this is just about access. Like, yeah, I could scramble over the banisters repeatedly, or I could build a staircase that makes sense. Basically, I'm just trying to have the map stone be as easily accessible as it can be. So I'm not being cute, I'm not being decorative, this is about accessibility. Efficiency and function, please. Break, thank you. Okay. Okay, can I put... granite, no! Too many tabs. Can I put one right here? Please? Thank you. Thank you. Alright, and then I actually don't think I can put stairs right here, so that's not gonna happen. That little lip up will be its own stair. We'll do the shorter ones, because it's too long. I just want to be safe. And then we'll be able to build a banister when we get the appropriate materials. But for now, here, we'll just do this. We'll just do this. There we go. Much safer, much easier. Okay, staircase. And then, because there are open doors, not granite, open doors at the bottom of this house, which means orcs can come up in here whenever they like. I'm gonna go ahead and seal this opening so they can't come up to my little balcony and then over into my other house. See? Utility only. Alright, let's build a bed. Our lovely mansion bed up here. And then what else did we bring? We brought, so we have a hearth downstairs, so let's put our food. Oh, there isn't a floor here, it's just open? So much better. So much better than I thought it was gonna be. Alright, can I put some very basic lighting in here? It's a little dark. So we'll put some wall torches. Just to brighten it up a little bit. And then we will have our smithy. We'll put a chest next to it where we can put any additional metal fragments and other things we pick up. That will be fine. Why can't I build a roasting pit? Why can't I build a roasting pit? I have a question. I grabbed the things for it. Oh, do you guys see how the table... Is it floating or am I making that up? I can't even tell. This happens sometimes. Oh, it might be sitting on it. I can't tell. I got the impression it was floating a little bit. I want to put a roasting pit right here, but I can't. Iron ingot. I don't understand. I should have had enough, but that's okay because we still have a map stone. So we can very easily go get our metal ingot. Now, instead of doing that though, because we are getting low on time, let me do this. We'll do a couple more storage chests. I should have wood for that. Yeah. Just do some over here. Empty my pockets of non-essentials. Found in the Dorodelf. Okay, so that's the same one we're still looking for. Okay, I want to keep the granite. In my pockets, and then let's go next next door. Oh, I blocked myself. I didn't even think about it. Okay, it's fine. We only need to open the chest once. You feel like it's floating? It's a little, sometimes it's a little clearer than that. Okay, we only need to do this once, so it's okay that I built my walls upstairs. Alright, you guys. Balin's company had been searching for a fragment of Durin's axe in the Desolation, the area destroyed by the Balrog in Dworodelf. With so many orcs in the mountain, I suspect I will find it in one of their strongholds. Not another orc stronghold, but yes, another orc stronghold. So, sometimes the chest will tell us it's in a troll cave. Sometimes it'll tell us it's in a building. This time it has told us that it is in the orc stronghold, which obviously not the one we were just in because it wasn't there. We went through that whole place. And it's pretty linear. The orc strongholds are not, you know, mysterious and difficult. They're pretty linear. So we did not see it in that one, so it must be another stronghold that we're going to come across in the future. But now I want to spend my time. We've got a basic base camp set up. Oh, and you know what? We didn't claim our bed. That is against all of my rules and everything I believe in. So as soon as I handle this...
That's one more for me!
We're gonna rebuild this statue that's over here. And then we're gonna go claim our bed. Because if I should get killed by any of these orcs that are more powerful than I am, my armor is pretty weak. I want to respawn over here. Right now I will respawn to the Dworodelf, which is not the worst thing ever. But I'd rather respawn here closer to my new base camp. Alright, what do we have? Khazad army boots, finally. Finally some updated armor. Thank goodness. Now, did we pass another statue or is that the first one? I feel like we passed one. Am I crazy? Should we backtrack a little bit? There are fell beasts back here, so we can't be too flippant, but I feel like we might have passed another one? Hey, buddy. Yeah, go over there. Go over there in that little corner. So I can circle back to the entrance. I really can't believe he hasn't noticed me at all. They're usually pretty sensitive. I appreciate that my my tactics are working. Yeah, here we go. Here's another statue over here. I knew we passed another one. I can feel it in my bones. Alright, what do you have for me? More armor, please? The Nogrod shield? I mean, that's cute, but... not really what I'm going for. Alright, and then let's head back to... back through some of these passages, because I think there was another statue, if I'm not mistaken, that we passed on our way here. And I would just like to get the ones behind us before I go and find the ones ahead. I like to be thorough like that if I can. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, oh gosh. Please don't. Please don't. Thank you. Alright. My stamina's getting pretty low too, so I won't be able to sprint to my heart's content. I'm gonna get Shadow Curse from this. This is too much. Yeah. Bummer. Watch there not be. Oh, well, there's this statue. Well, that doesn't help me. Okay, so I made it up. I made it up. Alright, well, let's fix him. I just want to confirm for everybody. Here in the upper city, they ain't nothing here. Yeah, iron and coal. Okay, confirmed. Now, since we came this way and it was a lot closer to the Dworodelf than I thought it was, let's run back up to base real quick. And what is it? I needed, the roasting pit. I need to get the stuff for a roasting pit. And then we'll just take the map stone back to the Desolation, since we're so close to this now. Oh, come on. I really am gonna have to show you guys. It's not gonna happen before the trip. It might happen in November. What my Dora Delph build actually is in my forever game, my forever file that I'm gonna keep. Oh, and we need to fix this floor for sure. So you guys can see the difference. You can appreciate, not stone, granite. You can appreciate the difference from how it looks here to how it looks there. Chris says yes! No promises, because I don't know. I don't know when I'm gonna be able to do it. Hopefully next month I can get you guys some video tours. Okay, I don't need more adamant. I don't need any of these other materials necessarily. I do need a freaking roasting pit. Okay, is there anything else I want in that base camp? For smelting and other things, we can always come back here. Like I said, once we get to the Dora Delph, and you can do what you want. You are completely free to play this game the way that you want to. This becomes my main home base. So a lot of the more project-oriented interaction with the base camp, I'm just going to leave it here. And then moving forward, just like we did behind us, I'm just going to basically have the essentials at the base camp for survival. Place to go, place to store, so like as you collect materials in your new area, you can use your storage there and everything. But for the most part, doing additional projects and things that are required special crafting and stuff, I'll end up coming back here to do it. And those base camps will just be like little safety points in our travels. Oh, and I wanted to make a brew kettle for ales, and so I put some copper ingots on to cook. Can I make my brew kettle now? Can make the brew kettle, but I can't make the still bronze ingots. Okay. Baby steps, baby steps. A repair smithy? I have one there. So we're good on the smithy. It was just the roasting pit I think I wasn't able to do. I do want to start another playthrough with this seed. I think it might be my expansion campaign. Ooh, exciting. Yeah, it's kind of a bummer. We haven't seen anything yet, even hinting at a release date. And we were, as I've mentioned like 8,000 times, a lot of people in the community were hoping, to Kersh's point, that for them it's Durin's Day right now. We were hoping that the expansion might be dropped for Durin's Day, but all that means is that it's not ready yet and that they're still working on it. And that's for the best, obviously. So no hurt feelings, but I think there's like a collective like, aw, dang it, like we haven't heard anything yet. So probably not coming this month, maybe closer to holidays. So yeah, still up in the air now. Now we officially have no like speculation as to when it might be. We have no idea whatsoever. Now it's all up in the air. And I do find it interesting, like the most recent blog post was just a recap of information they've already shared, which I feel like is kind of weird. Like they're getting a little bit repetitive. Now I do know that there was a couple of details that were attached, so it feels like, I don't know, maybe they're trying to throw us off, maybe they're trying to be playful and be like, oh, we're just gonna like reiterate stuff we've already told you about it, as if we aren't all like glued to the updates channel. But they added a couple of little details in the frequently asked questions and stuff. So that's fine that they're adding like some new information, but for the most part, they're really just repeating themselves with the more recent updates, which is making me a little nervous, but also like maybe they're just being funny. What's super exciting though, Cursed, you stole my thunder from Down Under. I was gonna say they announced that we'll be able to destroy poison mushrooms, which is something we've been wanting to do forever. So anyways, never mind. I have nothing to talk about because Curse already told you. I have nothing more to say about anything ever. I have nothing to say ever. Alright, I needed like 8 ingots. I needed a lot. Yeah, gosh. Okay, how many are in here? Yeah, okay, we just gotta be patient. We gotta wait for these. And then I guess, well, you know what? I can't use this without the appropriate ingredients either. So, what do we need to make the Karok tea? I think I'm going to stick with it. Honey, alley bloom, sunken moss, and cabbage. Honey, alley blooms, sunken moss, and cabbage. I mean, I don't want to take all of it, but like I guess I can. I am growing more. Alley blooms up here whenever I need them, and honey, so that's fine. I can take all of it. That was it, right? Kirsch, you're not sorry. You're not sorry. You know you gotta be patient with me. You know I'll get there eventually. I will likely change the way seeds generate. With that in mind, generate the world now and don't play it until the expansion drops. Oh, there's a pro tip for you. I was thinking that too. Kirsten and I ran into that problem with our seeds when we were playing with Faith. The gold deposit she had turned into iron in ours. Because ours were created on a different patch version. Oh, I do remember that. I do remember that. That did happen, didn't it? So yeah, and then I gotta look at the red sandstone build set. That was the image that they included in the blog post. And it is very clayish. It's almost kind of orange. It's not even that it's like red. It's kind of orangish. I mean, which is fine. I'm not a fan of the look. Like, I don't know that I want to build a castle out of terracotta, but it's always options. It's always an option. But yeah. So poison mushrooms. Is there anything else that they dropped in the FAQ? Anything new? I'm trying to think. It was again all about NPCs, which is kind of the subject they're sticking to. Although they talked a little bit about the trade mechanic, but I feel like they said that in the Forge talk, which Claire was very straightforward with, like, hey, we're just kind of reiterating what we talked about in the Forge talk, in this blog post, and then also applying those updates to the FAQ, so. So, yes. Oh, one more ingot, come on. And then we can go. Oh gosh, 2 hours. It's the 2 hour point. Okay, so we're just gonna end up making our way to the Desolation, new area, and then establishing our base camp there. Which means we will start there, obviously. Next stream, we'll start there, and then we'll continue to explore the Desolation to unlock new armor recipes. That's my big priority. And then off stream, unless I decide to use Axebeard for assistance, I will run around and look for that ranger camp, because it's obviously not in between. That was the only other option I had in my head, was like, it could be like through a passage, there might be like a chamber. Depending on the seed, depending on the layout, it could be a different thing. Now, the Desolation is technically part of the Dworodelf, so maybe there's a ranger camp that's labeled Dworodelf in the Desolation. There are a couple of caves and cavern-like areas we can explore here. So there's a slight chance that the ranger camp we're looking for is still a little bit ahead of us, but it's not wildly likely. So I'm thinking I probably just missed it when we were exploring the upper city in previous streams. Okay, so roasting pits. Yes, thank you. I'm gonna put it over here, and then the brew kettle, we'll just put it here, and then we'll put the still next to that. So cute. Lol. And then I've got some ingredients, so let's get some tea on the brew here. So it's here waiting for us when we come back. 18 minutes, very exciting. And then I'll go ahead and just drop all of this stuff in this storage in our inventory here, and that's fine. Oh, and let's point this out really quickly, you guys. Gundabad slag is a new material. Axe, you know what I meant. I said as assistance. Use you for assistance in finding the ranger camp. Come on. But yeah, Gundabad slag is a new material. It's actually incredibly important. So Spoiler, no spoiler. Hashtag, no hashtag. Gundabad slag is something that you are going to get from orcs in this area, specifically Gundabad orcs. And I need to remember to call it Gundabad and not Gundabad because that's how you're supposed to say it. So anyways, Gundabad slag is going to get dropped. It's actually part of their armor for the orcs in this area. You are like going to need as much of it as you can get, and you're not going to get much. So that is my fair warning to you guys, / a little bit of a spoiler. In this playthrough, we've been giving all kinds of advice, so I think it's totally fine. But that Gundabad slag is important. So make sure you are fighting your orcs in this area, and make sure you are picking up that slag, and just hang on to it. And when it's time for me to show you why it's so important, of course I will absolutely do that. So just patience until then. Patience until then. Okay, so I need to claim my bed. I want to get some more light in here. Rotate, darn you. Excuse me? The game will let you do things like this. Excuse me? I said rotate. I said rotate. There you go. Gosh, it's so dark in here. Let's put one like here-ish. I don't want to put anything on this pretty wood paneling. This won't be very bright up here. It's still better than nothing, I guess. Okay. Just so I can see. And then we've got tons of room up here. When we graduate to, like, storage pallets and all of that stuff for the area, we can put stuff like that up here. So, for now, I'm just going to keep my granite in my pockets. That's what we need to rebuild broken statues in this area. So I'm going to hang on to this. I'm going to hang on to these journal pages. I, again, may go looking for that camp on my own, but I will not unlock it until I come back to you guys. And, fair warning, also, the next stream is going to be Halloween. And I am working on a special event for that. A special to-do. And that said special to-do may not involve Return to Moria. So we may not come back to this game for well over a week. So just prepare yourselves for that. And because we haven't heard anything about the expansion coming out like this month, I feel a little more comfortable. I've kind of been rushing. I've mentioned it before. It's a little bit in the back of my head. For Durin's Day, it was like, ooh, we need to get through the campaign as soon as we can. If by any chance the update is going to drop, you know, in October, yada, yada, yada. But that pressure is a little bit relieved because now we are literally just waiting for the first word regarding the update. But yeah, so we may not be spending Halloween in Return to Moria, but we might split the stream. It's also a long weekend for me, so I'm considering doing a longer stream and maybe incorporating a couple of things. But all of that stuff is in the works. No spoilers. I will keep all of my secrets. I will try to figure out what exactly we're gonna do and how it's gonna work. Gundabad slag. I know. Ooh, I know. Get excited. Get excited. What is she doing for Halloween? We don't know. Maybe a little something. Maybe play some other games. Maybe do some other things together. I don't know. Maybe no. We'll see. So yeah, stream's over, by the way. I've been going for 2 hours and 11 minutes, so we're going to wrap it up here. But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out so much. So Ara, Axebeard, Cal's in here, Curse, Kathleen. Thank you guys for hanging out. I hope I didn't miss anybody else that was in... Oh, Piccolo. Piccolo joined us for the first time. Thank you so much, Piccolo, for checking out my channel and joining us for the live stream. It's always nice to have a new face. So, you guys, have a really good week. I'm not going to see you for a hot minute, so everybody take really good care of yourselves while I'm gone. Get plenty of rest, drink plenty of fluids, and do something fun, but also do something good for yourself, which isn't always necessarily fun, but is something that will help you or make your life better in some kind of way. So my challenge to you is to have a great week and then some before we see each other again on Halloween. And I will, of course, post an announcement not only for the lack of streams this coming week, but for the event, the Halloween event. So just have those notifications turned on the story mode channel, and hopefully you will get notified of my announcements as they come out for upcoming content. And yes, thank you to the VOD watchers, and thank you for the reminder, Cursed. If you guys have made it to the end of stream, I appreciate it so much. The views are really, really important and beneficial for my channel growth. So thank you so much for watching the entire stream if you've made it this far. And yeah, drop those likes. Consider subscribing if you think you're going to come back and check out more content. I am coming back. I'm taking a little break. I'm going to California. I'm going to have some fun in the sun. And then I'm going to come back and we will celebrate the culmination of spooky season. And we'll have a really good time with it. Whatever it is, it'll be chaotic and fun. So even if it's poorly structured and organized, it'll still be a good time. So anyways, appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you, live chatters. You guys are so welcome for the stream. My pleasure. Thank you for being here for me and for sharing this playthrough of Return to Moria with me. I'm enjoying it. Absolutely. So I will see you guys later. And until then, bye.